today as we go over to Lotus. Bleed's pick. They had a great showing last week, kicking things off with the Zest clutching it.
All right, Bleed on defense, RRQ on attack.
See if it happens
This is
today.
my mini map.
Yeah, I mean,
There we
gotten
go.
a little used to it, a little spoiled.
Yeah, this wall over towards
Zest
here,
pull
that's
off
why
some
the kind of no
incredible
flash
plays
works in
throughout the
theory,
year,
right?
so
Because you can
on a very different
default,
team
you
now.
can use smokes to
Showing
get
some
through the
glimpses
smokes,
of
and
that
then
old,
obviously
tremendous
this
play he
allows
had
you
on
to get back through
VRX,
this choke point.
Looking for
It does have its
early
weaknesses
success,
again that we're
crunch towards these
starting to
doors
see teams use,
potentially being set
and
up
this
by
might
Bleed,
be
seemingly
Yeah,
having a decent read on this.
the pinch.
Yeah,
We got
looks like
early
RRQ
info in
should be
terms of
fairly
the
wary of it
turret
as
over
well.
towards A. And is
Killjoy
it like a
ready for
fast pinch
potential
with like a
pinch out from
TP Omen
B.
flash,
It's
or
definitely going to be that
is it
bait
just a
race combo from the
slow?
defenders on that mound
Okay, no,
side.
it's
The
fast.
Pigtail's already thrown out alongside the C's. There's a blast back. Ye gets ahead. The Paranoid comes out from B main as well. But Smoke to now
Okay, instant
reset
reaction from
the
RRQ is
attackers.
to
They were
just
ready for it. They
relax,
get the
pretty
read.
much.
They start to
Just
file
relax. They
into
all group
Rumble
together. They
Spike,
call out to
barely
go over
making it around
towards
the
A.
corner.
And they've
now
seen a
the
good
map
amount of numbers in
reset
terms of the
on the right
util,
and left
right?
side as RRQ will
Ever,
make their way
nade,
into
Omen
trade.
flash.
Yeah, and that haunt
So
gives them the information they need.
they
to
know
that
there's
they
at
can
least
least
4 people
get
over
this
towards
plant
here.
down pretty safely. See Darion trying to work his way through that smoke cover to see if he can find any trailing players.
Jemkin
of
gets early map
RRQ,
control,
but
and
fact,
Helmy Moore
it's
pretty
just
much has a
very
crossfire
deep
with
work
him,
for
had a
Xero.
crossfire.
Yeah, and Xero might have to come huge here as Jemkin eventually
Yeah, and they
goes
don't
down
use
to
this
the
one.
trade. 2 kills
Xero
on the side
might
of
have to
Bleed,
win this round.
Trying to open up the site. They're wary of a potential lurk, but they want to get into the site first. They want to clear it. Xero doesn't land the first shot. Eventually gets
Holy
it.
hell.
Will just buy time. Now his teammates will be able to peek back out. Elmy Moore
Damn,
over by
was not
5.
convincing on this
Does
one.
he
Hold up.
reset? The Prowler tags onto Rutla. It actually gets the
Oi,
fight, and
oi,
he
oi.
loses vision
Yeah.
at the most crucial timing. Elmy
That
Moore
is
gets the first round
bit
for
of util on
RRQ.
this, helping them
Yeah,
out.
I
it
really
was
like
close.
this post plant setup for RRQ. Even though
Wasn't the
Bleed
cleanest
is able
pistol
to
we've
sort of
seen.
overstack some of those angles towards heaven, keeping Xero in the back, knowing that there's going to be a
Was not the
smoke
cleanest pistol.
just outside of A stairs. He can work that so nicely. Yeah, the shots aren't good, but the idea is then Elmy Moore using his utility advantage to great
Okay,
success
full
there at
eco
the
going
end of
into
that
this
round.
one, and
Really nice
we
start
are
there
allowed
for
1 death on RRQ.
Already
And
going
we
to
got the
be
farmer gun.
locking in some great weapons in this anti-eco, an outlaw, a vandal, a bulldog, a specter, and a ghost for Elmy Moore. But you can see there just a little bit of pressure for Flips, and doesn't like what he sees.
Yeah, and they
Any-
gamble stack
any
over
util
towards A,
coming out
and it's
against an
looking
eco is
like, at least
yeah,
with the
they're all
map
there.
control
So
we have, that
let's
we're
try
just
the
going to
other
force
side.
into
I mean,
this.
at the minimum, you saw 3 coming out with the utility, so you know that the other side should be weaker.
Okay,
Now,
Raze
just
at
wary
least
of a
stacking
potential
some
trap
orbs.
play, doesn't want to run into all the Killjoy util by accident, give over a free weapon or 2. So they'll make sure they clear all the corners. Paranoia used as well. So sure, RQ being thorough here on the anti-eco, but does that make their post plant slightly weaker? We'll have to keep our eye on it.
Yeah, good plant for them, and might just be the thing where we see no kills on this one. But Elmy Moore can honestly hunt a little bit, and I can see a world where Flips wants to as well. If they want to get Jemkin his ult, they might throw one of these guns over or swap guns here.
Yeah, no, I think this is certainly the wiser call to make in this situation. There were a few times earlier today where I thought maybe this should have happened for Zeta. They should have just ceded control and given up the spike, but absolutely, statistically speaking, the correct play. So you can't blame Bleed at all
Punch out every
for
round.
this. Just going for a quick check. Elmy Moore
Yeah,
with
and
the
here we
ghost.
go. We're allowed to
Isn't gonna
farm on
mind
this one.
sacrificing this
Doesn't matter if he
do a
goes
little
down.
damage, get a few more
Oh.
orbs.
Yeah, he wants 1. At the very least, he'll get 1 extra point, right?
Okay,
on
well,
that
there's
death.
an orb at least.
So
Everyone
with
goes
just
down,
a
doesn't
ghost
give them
there,
any
not really
orbs,
losing out
and
anything. It's been
everyone
a
kind of
while,
takes
but
the win
Spike
here.
comes out with an ace in round
No
2.
damage really done to
RRQ will pick up
RRQ,
the
so no one has to
anti-eco.
rebuy
They carry
armor,
over all
and they
of
get a
their
very good bonus
purchases
here.
onto the bonus, and okay, I was about to say a judge being bought up by Elmy Moore initially, just testing out if his shot works.
I'm only going to say this because I know Jesse
How
has a good
close
sense
did
of humor.
Screenplay to his monitor? I don't know, man. About average.
He did celebrate in that group photo with a 0
Not
next
too
to
close,
the
not too far away. I don't have the
Jesse
exact
Odin.
measurements
Jesse.
for you, sadly,
Of
but
course, we see another member here who had to suffer
good
that
question.
fate last year at Ascension. Jemkin.
Okay, Odin comes out, and this is one of the things that's good against this comp. It's hard to get out towards A, and you've got no hills with no skies, so chip damage is pretty good. RRQ with the bonus looks like they maybe just want to boss over towards B. They get the Sheriff dropped over. Whoa.
Not able to quite land that shot. Flips eventually getting traded out, but Xero is
3
there
people here for the
with
fast flood.
Outlaw.
Scary has his flash.
Get at least the spike down, and Xfero right now, he's already cleared out the
And they're chill with this one, and they break this here, and Scary is on top of this, but at one point he has to flash the site, so they might get good timing. Xfero might have owned this one. Did he hear him? Yeah, must have heard him. Shot.
Estrella now on the second lurk all the way around. Jemkin, his job is just to buy time. They have no idea
second go
that
at
there
this.
could be a second. The spike diffuser is killed, and it's
And
only
they find out where he is. That was really nice on this one.
What a setup in the post plant by RRQ, and the jump back gets the peak. It's just a jiggle on both sides. Retla,
That was really cool. This is very similar to the Lev round that we saw as well earlier, right? Big buy rounds where they just went round the world here twice. You see the exact same thing, just round the world here twice.
It's a beautiful entry here by Jemkin.
Yeah, the double luck on this was great.
A little bit deeper than you would normally expect with a raise. Getting far into that B site. Kind of throws the crosshairs a little bit off. Xfero winning that angle. Out on the outside, grabbing that Odin, opening up that space. You know, Scary's, like you mentioned, aware of the first because of the footsteps, but not expecting that second. Breaking that baby door open early to set up that double stack for the flank. And, you know, it's a 2-2 attempt for Bleed in terms of coming from both angles.
All Sheriff's out on this one, and RRQ's money could get a lot better, and it's already pretty good.
Reinforcements trying to go for some shots is yay, but only getting a little bit of damage.
The snake bite cuts off some backup as well, so now with the one-way refresh, Bleed will be a bit safer. But are they aware of Estrella?
Yeah, are they on top of this? Doesn't look like it. At least feel like they're going back. So it's heavy over towards B, and then if they're going to open the door, we get some free kills on the side from Omen. So
suspect something.
gotta keep an eye on Killjoy. This is walking out towards A as well, so they create a little bit of pressure over towards here. Got info on all of the early bits of map control.
Yeah, and that information is working a treat here because they haven't heard much coming from Mount.
Pressure over towards B gets cleared. Pressure towards A in terms of opening the door brings a rotate from B, and we got one person on C. So this is a nice default from RRQ. And Omen is just going for it.
Ye might look for an opening here by the revolving door. There's the paranoia. It's perfect for Ye. He gets one, and it's delayed the entry, but Jemkin will clear the site. Estrella finally trading out Ye. And then there's still the lurk out in B main coming out from Xfero. Spike not planted just yet. RRQ not quite wary if they've already wasted too much time for the backup to arrive. They'll allow Xfero to set up on mound. He'll just come through. Doesn't want to go on the lurk with the Outlaw. Just wants to hold from outside with his teammates' turret and alarm bot set up. Now just holding outside of the smoke. Misses the first jiggle, but it is an Outlaw. It's got two shots. Darion tries to jiggle out of it. Won't find it. Zest, good for a headshot, but flips on the trade. Retla once again the last alive. This time a Sheriff, so surely he goes for something. Perhaps try to get that pit online in the next round, but he's gonna
nice,
be
and it wasn't, I mean, it was relatively clean. 3 people alive.
Yeah,
double armory bind, not too bad.
Yeah, even though Bleed finds a couple nice picks, they're not unaccounted
Yeah, I
for.
mean, we got 3 rounds without doing sub mode, so I guess we made it.
So far, so good. The Outlaws looked really good in Xfero's hands.
We tried.
I wouldn't be too upset if he grabbed an operator at some point with how well he's able to hold down these angles, to be honest.
Yeah, Fio, whatever you want to do, man. Like, the thing is, I want you guys to be able to watch the game as well. At the moment, it's just not a thing. Prodigy, thank you for the gifted sub, mate. Welcome in. Okay, fast A into A hold as well. What is this Omen flash like? Yeah, they decide to bail out of there. And yeah, uses their wall against them. So RRQ into the second big buy round for Bleed, managed to get full A control, and they don't have any other map control.
To a rifle buy here for Bleed, all full armor. They've been scared away from the half armors for the time being.
Yeah, it's a desperate round for Bleed. You know, you've been set on the back foot economically and scoreboard wise. You certainly want to change that right now. You don't want to let this slide too far out of control. The bank book for RRQ is thick. Can you do anything about it here? A little bit of toying with him is Flips. He's setting up to buy a little bit of extra time for this C push.
Yeah, this is nice though. Same thing as last round, right? A lot of A pressure, try and make C weak. Get a lot of map control all the time right now. Jimpy with the prime, thank you so much, man. Welcome in, bro. Thanks for doing that, dude. Appreciate the support.
Giving up once again, no ultimates on either side.
Yeah, we just have to see a full retake on this one. And they do have a lot of util, no plant down. And they go for the good plant, and we didn't spam it from heaven. Oh,
RRQ.
I mean, we got some spams in, but it wasn't enough. Planter goes down to 5 HP. Good plant for Mound. Everyone goes Mound. We've got a heavy lurk. Vision block is here, though. It's just going to be a spam fest. Okay, here comes the spam fest.
Working this map like it's just their home ground. And now spamming through the
Lovely,
smoke. It's
man.
planted for Mound. There is just no way Bleed can get a grasp. Running into the arms of Flips as he gets yet another kill against EA.
Yeah, and these are some convincing buy rounds. And we're going to have to see a timeout because they're giving him too much space. Like once they lost A control here, they probably in reaction had to try take somewhere else.
Pulsar flawless here.
Try get some info somewhere else. But
just starting to run away with this. I mean, this just makes the economic damage all that more impactful. And you call it, Will, these lurks are all over the place for RRQ, and they're working a treat. You might need a timeout already for Bleed to start addressing this. Start trying to find ways to get a little bit more info. But Flipsider really feeling it. Good preparation by Ewok and company.
Yeah, so this is probably just a timeout to say be more proactive, I reckon. Or at least if they're going to fight over towards A, they need to do like a convincing fight. They can't just want to fight with 3 and then give it up. I think you just got to send it. Or at least have a backup plan of clearing these question marks. These question marks over towards A are just lasting forever.
But he hadn't. He just stuck around, so...
The double lurks, yeah, it's becoming a thing, MC, when people go B.
Some kind of attempted fast hit here on the eco from Bleed to see if they can shut it down. That's already been thwarted in the pistol round by RRQ. You're gonna have to dig
There's a lot they can talk about in this timeout. There's a lot that Bleed have to be careful for.
Getting your mental in check.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, right? Not only are you losing rounds 5-0, but you're losing in the macro, you're losing in the duels. You feel like you're just losing your grip on this game. Perhaps a big part of it is that you're not really fighting for either side of this map. A lot of times you want to see the defenders at least take over the opposite side. But for now, waiting for that passive info. So on this kind of eco round, just
right, so the talk here has been about the question mark over towards here. So there's probably a bigger talk in terms of how they want to approach buy rounds, but at least for this, they want to set up some kind of punish. Let them come out towards A, wall up, Omen flash, and just duel this a little bit heavier. Yeah, so good amount of util to punish this, but pretty much dodge all of this. 3 people committed here. Oh man, this is a bit of a disaster.
The Prowler catches sight of Rettline, just a spray down through the screen, curtains down and out here for Bleed.
Great diligence here from RRQ, not like falling for any.
Yeah, RRQ just on top of it.
Set up by Bleed, really doing their due diligence by checking.
This is about guns, yeah, but they're at least trying to condition them a little bit. I mean, I think this is a good idea. Trying to get lots of kills off the util.
Hats off so far to
Most of the talk would have been about next round though. But I still think that this punish, like late punish here, doesn't feel convincing. What the hell is that, man?
As they're opening the door, I mean, RRQ, this is some
yeah, they're running over them. Do we get ult on Viper as well? So Viper ult for next round. Good shot.
Because sometimes they get a little over ahead of themselves, right? They don't check their corners, things like that. Right now, they are
Alright, another big buy round for Bleed in terms of their third one, and they go up against a lot of ults.
The decision making looks good. Read of their opponent looks good. Now you've got all these ults in the bag.
Yeah, 4 huge ones.
Utilize against them. Just the Viper's pit for Retla. But you have so much to clear that pit. You have the lockdown, you have the showstopper, you have your pit of your own. That it's going to be really risky for Retla to try to get this online. You're 1 away from a lockdown and a showstopper as well for Bleed. So you're just away from being able to maybe have the counter ultimates for what RRQ wants to do. I wouldn't be surprised if RRQ just wants to go for a quick lockdown here, just try to take advantage of their early ulted, ult situation.
Oi, tech pause once the barrier goes down. What a nightmare.
Patient, worried about
God, I hope they weren't tempted to go aggro towards A here. It might be a reset. There's a chance this is.
And now we will have to wait for the round.
I think they wanted to combo util over towards A. So to try and do that with 1 second left is going to be hard.
Sorting through this, so we'll wait to see if there's an update on what the problem may be.
Chapel Chor, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Thank you. You tried to draw a perfect circle.
0 lead.
Honestly, I mean, I know it's like nowhere near perfect, but that's probably the best you're going to get.
I was just like, I think they're just playing it safe. Like, no, it's just the tech pause.
Considering some mouse.
Ugly head.
trying to creep back in, thinking we've forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
but
take
do
it.
see a slight nod from Retla, so it seems that maybe this was a quick sort. Maybe just a quick replug here.
6.5 out of 10.
Gear.
Man, I'll take that.
Can we, you know, the desk was talking about bringing Ye back up. You know, El Diablo, he seems to be resurrected.
Sure.
Can we trade the tech pause for that? Like,
Yeah, dude, my pronunciation of some of these names is just not the one. I tried my best, though.
I say,
Hopefully that's all that matters.
I'll make a deal to get the devil back in the Pacific. I'm fine with that.
I don't know.
Not as pretty as my one.
What
Yeah,
you
that
might be
one
looking
emote
for
is
here.
something else.
Well, we shall see. I mean, right now, it's not about Ye. It's just about the entire team of Bleed. And, you know, you mentioned something interesting earlier before the match started, Paperthin, that obviously a big part about Bleed this year is about growth, right? You just got into VC Pacific. The desk talked about having to go through these roster changes that, you know, were out of their own volition. It was situational. And the curiosity was, can they continue?
Okay, this is what I was talking about. As soon as you get 0-1, it's very hard to manage to time this one, and they want to go aggro over towards A. They hear all the util going aggro over towards A, and they insta push over towards C in reaction. Easy call. Can he hit it? Wait. Why did Ye not swing out early with the first original satchel? Did he mess it up?
For Bleed, and you wonder, is that showstopper going to find its
I'm surprised he got
value?
another one there. He really had to send that. Sam J with the prime. Thank you, thank you.
I mean, there's just so many angles.
Bradlow, dude, that's not even his fault. I heard the satchel. I thought he was swinging.
And it should start to pique Bleed's curiosity that not a single member can be spotted. Prowler's out to start the approach. The Haunts are coming in on both sides, but nobody spotted still just yet. Estrella finds the first target. It's on to Ye. And suddenly, a 2v4 into the opponent's Viper's pit. It just does not seem sensible.
God, this is another big buy round for them, and it ended up like this. 4-pass and push all the way deep with bad spacing on whatever this was.
After a couple outs traded, RRQ leads 7-0.
It's great situational awareness from RRQ across the board.
Yeah, I mean, the call is good. Again, the calling at the moment from RRQ is like the best we can see, really, for what's going on. They're taking free map control, they're creating question marks, they're just insta-hitting over towards C. In this one, they change up. What is the spacing on this one, though? Did I hear a satchel?
You still got a lockdown for the next round. You'll trade that showstopper any day of the week for what just happened in this round.
Oh, for sure.
That's huge. This is a win on so many levels for RRQ in that round.
Yeah,
that was not a good sign.
Well,
okay, so they give up with the early A, and we Viper over towards C with a alarm bot inside. This is the first round I'm confident in just because of the ults, though.
With the typical defaults, it's on the other side of the map. We'll start to see on the mini-map, Xfero's going to creep towards C.
I think he's the first option to get there. He threw it early, though, Saint. That was the thing.
Now, all the way up to Baby Door.
Threw it early, then it was waiting, and then it went.
1 minute mark here by RRQ. Bleed, just 2 members.
Potential Omen flash off of that, yeah. And another Omen flash. Okay, this was nice, though. Prowler goes in, then Omen flash on top of it, then another Prowler to see if they stayed in the area. And they did, so they know the question mark's created. And flip side up. Might have a good timing. No B control for this, so this pivot into B might be pretty hard.
Of that B crunch. Very well aware of this. The Prowler right away, but Bleed just holds the
lovely
left
jewels
trigger.
on this.
Will get 1 kill.
Yeah, and Killjoy's about to clear all of this. And then that means the Viper gets to go.
They start to really separate.
And that was the Killjoy ult that was about to go down.
He's coming back to help cover Baby Door as well.
Oh my god, he's going to get this kill in the side as well, right?
For anyone else left alive, Scary, is he aware that Flips has returned to stairs? He's going to peek for it. And there's that poison cloud. Scary also trying to use his own smoke to try to creep in. He's trying to let him know that he's already gotten into the side. He's going to push forward, but Flips is still ready for it. And once again, just
not that owning them right now. Mingtian 99. Thank you, the 3 months.
First map, their own pick of Lotus.
Is it a comp problem? It's not a comp problem. Everyone uses the same comp. Like, they're getting wrecked in terms of how they're playing against this, in terms of just the question mark and the pressure. Like, the calling's good from RRQ, but like
yeah, you've got Jemkin taking space towards tree, but
Bleed need to be doing good reactions from what's happening, and I haven't seen them.
Retla might be able to sneak one away here. Yeah, he's going to take Flips, but that's a consolation prize, and it's not a big one at all with the way the economy is. But the whole time, he's getting all this sense of the space, and he's being extremely patient. You can see that Darion was aware of it for a moment, but when they move over to B, his attention turns the other direction. The whole time, Xfero is also going through spawn, going through B main, checking all that area as well.
Double timeout used.
Tremendous diligence from the side of RRQ.
Yeah, and they got to be aware for some of these lurks. They got to clear these question marks as well. Can't really be using so much util for nothing as well over towards 3. Feels like no one's in position to make use of some of the util they're using as well.
Yeah, I mean, a Lotus that they haven't shown yet, right? But perhaps predicting it's going to come out, showing that it was a comfort win for Bleed in their opening match. RQ seems to have a good read on it, and these row swaps. And
MC, how long have you got of your degree?
As well, not just the agents, but like you said,
how many years is it?
Playing these rows and positions that really allows him to
Did I ask this before? I can't remember.
This is one of the reasons why his Yoru seems so successful whenever they play that breeze. He's able to get into the thick of things where he likes to brawl and get information off of contact, things like that.
Fair amount.
Right now, it's doing them a big favor on that Viper.
You see why they trust in him as the IGL, being able to read the map so well like that, being able to make plays for his team and for himself in those situations. And some say Flips is still lurking to this day.
All right, have we got anything changing up on these rounds? This is just a low buy though.
Yeah, I mean, this goes all the
Looks like they're just sacking off B and just having info and just holding double sides, but makes sense. Damn, that might have been a shot, by the way.
Now with the
double satchel goes out. It was a double satchel, right? He didn't start door, I'm pretty sure.
You're also keeping Ye off and up.
The chance it was a shot.
Any chance to get to it.
No, they haven't really seen it yet. Might have had that one round where they could have picked it up, but even then, not able to recover it. Retla good for the first kill on the C site, but doesn't last long.
Guy has to kill everyone.
Now it's just going to be a Bulldog, Stinger, and a Sheriff left. And look at this, RQ, they're so far ahead. They say, eco round for you, doesn't matter. We'll use the lockdown and absolutely secure this. Scary still waiting to see if it's going to be a wraparound, but eventually it will not be. RQ not overthinking this either, as Darion gets a tag on that jump. Jemkin repeats this with the double. Almost loses both lives, but Elmimore will be the sacrificial lamb.
And that's going to bring
El Bello with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Good. Can they hold on? Did that help?
Thank you, thank you.
Down as
okay,
trying to creep in.
We're gonna get another buy round next round.
Scary was so far out.
It's
not much time
pretty much already done in terms of the map, but I would like to see some something decent so we can get some confidence going.
But right now, this is not the situation he wanted to find himself in. The paint shells tick him down. Might get the kills, but RRQ.
Yeah, Fio, it is Bleed's pick. It's
will have to back off.
It's
just trying to fake
not
that
great.
Out. Just seeing if he can pick up a weapon even.
Really wants it, but it's gonna have to be quick.
Just looking for an exit frag, and now he says, "Okay, that's the last of the timers. Should be able to get out just in time, far away from the site as he gets out with a Vandal."
Yeah.
Okay, give me this replay. Was it a nice shot over towards A? I'm pretty sure he was satcheling.
Been holding on to it for quite a while since this operator has been so strong for Xfero. He's never really needed to get into a position, or they had to use a showstopper to take him down in one case. That's a nasty shot. That's a nasty shot.
I mean,
dude,
they found their right position.
I mean, I didn't see it.
It's been a little while, but
dude, it kind of
the primary opper,
like what?
Energized. He looks happy to be in this new role.
I mean, at least the casters got to see it, man, because I just saw it in the space of like 0.1 seconds. What is going on here, man?
This swap is working a treat so far, and Jemkin just
and they
winning
go
out
aggro.
over Scary.
This can't be their aggro A, though.
The toxic screen, they get a sight of it, and they'll just spray.
Like, where's the util? They could at least learn the molly that goes over towards here. That would help them out a little bit from B. They need something.
So far, the 10 first rounds of Lotus.
Yeah, and you still have a Nightfall here for Elmimore, so this A hold. Ye trying to play close to the door, trying to see if he can play some counter to this ult that might come through. A lot of times teams are going to do it, but it's actually
like
going
the
to leave
Omen flash early,
and then they're going to change
or just
direction,
anything.
Maybe over towards B once again. They've been doing this so many times to great effect.
Yeah, then the Nightfall into B. I mean, they know that Bleed was prepared for this with the util dump on Rubble, so they're just holding on to that. Still a 1-for-1 trade, and Jemkin just clears the site. Xfero's holding the angle just in case, but now they won't even take the chance. They'll go all the way to C site. RQ is here trying to make sure that they get a clean win today against
yeah, they might not get around from what I'm watching.
They may not even drop a round at this
yeah,
rate as
it is actually feeling like it.
I mean, just the brilliance here to just say, well, we know where the last couple players are. We can set up a crossfire.
MC, I mean, that's doable by the sounds of what I'm hearing.
That's just tremendous understanding of the game, tremendous fundamentals that RRQ is showing here right now. I mean,
Take me with you, man. We'll go together.
This is beyond
Up
desperate
it.
for Bleed at this point. 10 rounds already. I mean, yes, this is
Let's up it.
generally an attacker-sided map. Pacific, sometimes not. But
Why not?
you know, generally throughout the world. And now you have a couple ults. This round kind of has to go. You have a lockdown and a nightfall of your own.
I mean, if you don't win this, that 13-0 is looming over your head.
Yep.
AI goes out. I mean, we've just been getting free A control for sure.
Not the ones of the good kind. Bretla being pressured. He saw the decay, so he thinks he has a chance.
Holy.
But Jepkin is just on fire.
Fade goes in. We get the kill before it hits us.
As well. The double, the teamwork for RRQ.
Yeah, and then they can just
off.
chill and just play map control because we've got question marks created. Prowler goes in. What is up with this Prowler animation? What is up with this Prowler? I'm still hearing it at door.
Bleed slowly re-clearing the areas, but it's just the crossfires. They know. Bleed, they are just
What the hell is this today?
RQ waits for it, and they will be rewarded once again.
I mean, they should expect that someone could have got here.
Pull off another one of those just miraculous clutches. It feels like Ye's trying to come to help him. From there, okay.
Okay, spike down, individual round.
That is a spike down. Now 45 seconds. Xfero's ready,
Right.
but he's still walking.
The boys.
Now a
Damn,
2v5
and Ye is on it. Damn, 2v5 is how they have to win it. Double hero play.
Desperately needed round win goes their way.
They're on the board.
That's what I wanted
Not
to
convincing
see.
by
I don't
any
like
means,
that
but
they
they're on
had
the
to be in
board.
that position in the first place. And I was just
10
going to
is
say
all they
earlier,
get.
I'm like, I don't know what else there. I mean, Jebkid just kind of backed into it, but it's like a truck. It just it's giving it away. But I mean, I like what RRQ is doing. That's all I can say. I feel like a broken record coming through those 10 rounds in a row. Just so many good things being done. At individual heroics, okay, sure, that's nice, but is that going to be the start of anything for Bleed on this map, on their map pick?
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, you get the right
Three-person fight towards C. One of the only rounds I've liked at the beginning here. AI goes in, they get raised ult. They take B in return, they open door insta, Omen flash in to send it.
Baby door sees to clear out Waterfall. Now it's a quick flood in from rotating door from Ye, but he gets kind of stuck. Not much room to jiggle as that door's closing on him. And now the pit used to cover Baby door. Heaven still slightly open.
Viper ult just secures this. Wait, they actually get a pretty bad plant, so playing over towards Hobbit isn't good. They might double this. They have a good chance to double the rounds. Does the nade hit? The nade misses the ult.
From that lockdown, Scary looking for a timing. We're gonna see the
yeah, it's looking alright. Not good positions for this one.
Has to go down off that death. The Prowler. They know that Scary's
this guy
still here,
pressure
so
on
RRQ
towards
wants
door
to
as
push
well.
out,
Very nice. They at least get it
They're
half.
trying to get
Spam
back
goes
in
in.
over
Guy
again.
can't get through
So
the
it's all
door.
up to Xfero. He can't get
Okay,
the
yeah.
spam through the
And if they'd
wall.
gone for a better
That
plant
will
here, this
be
is a
the
different
second
round, but they
round for
decided to
Bleed
go
as
for
we
the
finish
plant
the
in the
first
pit.
half.
So
Yeah,
at the
I
end,
mean, eventually these ults
scrape
come into
out
play,
2 rounds.
give you a couple rounds for sure, and that's what you need. It just took way
10-2
too long there for
doable.
Bleed to get there.
Holy, there was not a
The
pretty
coordination
defense
still
half,
doesn't feel
man.
quite
It
right. The
like
read still didn't feel quite right for Bleed.
that
There's a
that
paranoia
A
sent
control
out
is
by
in when they
Scary
wanted to
towards
fight
C
A
door to try to
was
set up
not
Ye for that
good.
push that he went through.
Util-wise,
Didn't hit anyone.
not the one.
It completely missed RRQ, and then Elmi Moore just walks through and takes him down because, you know, you're expecting somebody to be blind, maybe a little bit more space for Ye to gain before he's going to make contact, but instead it's red. That being said, still have the lockdown. You can still get in there, clear out that pit. You know, RRQ kind of overcommitting to Scary's side of it. That did cost them that round. However, I miss your prime time. Please come back. I know, we all do.
I mean, you just see the impact this guy used to have across the entire world with some of the most amazing highlights we've seen. But right now, Ye, it's really just focused on getting back into that comfort zone on stage. And it's not just about Ye alone. It's about the entire Bleed squad. Several of these players. I mean, Scary also used to send waves throughout APAC and SEA.
Who's the Bleed coach?
But
Legia.
currently not quite finding the same value
CSGO
on the big stage
coach
as he's
and
rejoining in
ex-player.
Tier 1 of VCT.
It is a bit unfortunate so far in that regard that Bleed hasn't really shown, you know, what we maybe hoped they could with this stacked roster. That being said, you know, you gotta tip your cap.
I mean, they gotta get
RRQ.
pistol, man. They gotta get
Game plan's been good
pistol,
so far.
bonus, first buy,
Basically
second
a
buy.
must-win pistol
Then
for Bleed here coming
still
into their
not,
attacker side.
still not
Gonna
that
be
close after that.
three-man
But
stack, that quintessential sort of Omen fade raise combo towards Rubble. See, they've got the paranoia ready.
Fade Eye goes
Prowler's
in.
ready to try to contest
And
this
they can,
space, but going on a
either
bit of
it's clear
walkabout
they can set up.
Yay towards that B site.
Just a
There is that
straight up B
tricky
hit. Alarm bot
alarm bot right
into
around the
Omen
corner.
Flash, maybe.
And Estrellas ready for it. Wants to make sure that he has an escape. He hears the Prowler. Does he use the paranoia?
Yeah, and then how many did he kill on sight?
He actually catches A
No
on the
one
entry as
here
well.
to get the
And then
trade.
top of the screen comes up. There's
Holy.
Decay. He does find himself in the middle of the drop, but Darion just
That
cannot
nade was
go
lovely
and
though. The
continue
nade
on
to
a
make sure that
second
they couldn't
kill.
flood
He's
out.
still got the
They did
Killjoy
pretty good with the
Xfero
util
over
here
on
to
the
just
B
make
side.
sure that one was
Immediate backup
isolated.
from
Then again,
Waterfall.
one was isolated.
Flip
Once with the
Shatter as
Omen
well.
Flash,
Now
twice
a
with
reset on both
the
sides. Bleed.
with the
Wait
raise
for
nade.
rotate.
The open door to create pressure over
Wants to
towards
know.
C.
He hears
And
the shot.
that pressure.
Good timing
Yeah,
for that
same
on.
again.
Yeah, it's so nice to get that in there. Just waiting for this. Our two players now sliding over for RRQ. The door to fake the C hit.
Again.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another attempt towards B.
Yeah, but Xfero's still holding that angle. He doesn't hear anything just yet. And
Was
look
he
at
like
this,
Fraud?
RRQ,
Bro,
they're
Fraud was
all
like
just hiding
Fraud
themselves
was like, you
until
remember
they know
Ye
for
at his
certain
peak?
where they
Fraud was
want
that
to
in
go
in
for
like
the retake.
1.6 for
Now they'll
multiple
hear the
years.
plant.
Play
You do
for
have
trades.
Fraud is
yeah,
a
Elmimore's
Fraud is a
little too
beast.
low, so RRQ just letting the plant go,
Oh
but
my.
in fact, Bleed
People-
might
people
be
thought he was
overthinking
like
this
the
a
ass
bit as
pass,
they want to
basically.
try to dwindle the numbers, but it's just too many members of reloads come in, and eventually Xfero swings around for the
Okay.
trade. It's going to be RRQ
Double pistol.
leading 11-2 off
And
the
this is
pistol.
going to be a short one.
Sort of a change up there attempted to be thrown by Bleed, but like you said, RRQ just sitting on that pitch, waiting for it, and they knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
right?
the util was
when
good
you're
here,
down
though.
like
This
that,
guy needs
especially
to get
on this one, yes,
killed.
you wanna dwindle the numbers,
That guy
you don't
there
have
has
enough time,
got
so
to
you
get
stick to
killed.
plan. You're gonna have an even tougher duel. But the
Like, I
thing
know
is
that
the
Omen
base
Flash,
just
but they
didn't
still
work,
see
and
him once he
B-side
gets
was
wrecked
already
with the Fade Eye.
prepared. And Elmimore feeling
they're making it look
victory
easy.
close here on map 1.
And we force by and they didn't get a
Stands up to
plant,
send
so
a
we get
message across the
4.
stage.
Force by has to come through.
We got
for
4
Bleed.
sheriffs and 1
a
stinger.
It's all they could afford.
No
though.
double
It's
satchels to
not
get
the
through the
best
choke
force
point.
buy either, right?
No, and the outlaw as well can make
And everyone's
quick
just
work of
going to
this.
just take
Made
individual
going for
duels,
force
see
by
what they
is
can
even
do.
more difficult with this gun
Bro,
in
even the
current
Omen,
game.
even the
What
Omen
is
smoke
this
isn't low
angle?
enough.
No idea.
Holy
Now,
hell,
just
man.
Under that one way, he's ready for the
Why is
swing
the
around
Omen
door as
smoke
well.
not
He
low
will
enough?
eventually
Again, for
actually
people
get
that don't
smoked
understand,
out.
when you're an Omen,
So
you have
Ye
this little
not gonna be
angle,
able
and you
to
can do the
go for
Omen
a bit
smoke
of a
at the
duel
top, but
there.
if you do it at the bottom, you get a
Now,
lower
keeping
one
under
way so that
pressure.
this
There's
person
that
can't see.
outside alarm bot, though. A lot
Man,
of
this
teams
is
have been
crazy
using this
bad
across
stuff
the
that I'm
world,
seeing. Not even
where it just
basic,
gains you
simple
so
stuff.
much information early. You know that the full force still isn't there, so Xfero's still feeling
You
safe
shouldn't be able
here
to
on
look
the
from this
site.
angle
You're
like
on
he
that
does above this,
nanoswarm, and
under
you
this
can pop.
one
There's
way.
that poison cloud as well. He pops it. No one's entering through that on an eco. Now they just have to back out. Leaves a lurk.
They have no idea what to do. I mean, they're lost, and they know they can't go up against that outlaw without losing at least one through that push. So they're going to try to reaggress towards a different part of the map, and this is the right thing to do in this scenario for sure. But it is going to be Elmimore with a Guardian going to hear that haunt, and he's going to be waiting.
It's kind of
open
nice, though.
arms.
They
try to tuck a player
insert
in.
one over towards
That's the
C.
big one.
Yeah, they're
For a
looking
lot
for
of
these
A
lurks.
pressure,
It's in
and this
their
guy's
heads.
hoping to hear a rotate or at least take a
Make
timing.
sure to draw the attention
Doesn't work
away
great
from
if the
A. He
turret's
goes
there,
for the
though.
shot, but here's the
But at
thing,
least
there's
creates
still
a
so
little
many
bit of
members
pressure.
RRQ alive, and they still don't see the peak.
Let's see
Eventually
what the
gets the
3
kill,
can
they
do.
use the
15
Viper,
seconds to
and
plant the
now
spike.
RRQ knows he
And
still
they're going to
won't
let him plant and
greed
then
for
just
this either.
plod
And
together.
RRQ playing
Omen
it
Flash,
patiently,
Fade Eye,
playing with the
Tether,
numbers,
Nade,
doesn't wanna
combos,
give over
potential.
any of these powerful weapons. Darion holding close for the Stinger. Yeah, it's going to be predictable, but he'll still have to go for it. Has to shut down the
They could maybe do their own thing here. Tether close, swing with the sheriff, swing with the...
Only Scary holding an off angle next to that spike. Now the push out from Bleed. And Xfero is ready for it. He knows that they'll have to get antsy. Still one more up there, but it's going to be the swing around.
All right,
Not
10
enough
chances
members
to
left
finish
alive
this one,
for
and it
Bleed,
has been an
as
annihilation.
RRQ reached
And
map
it's a
point
worrying
12-2.
sign when this is their map pick.
Tremendous work here from RRQ. Patience pays off in this round. Just holding tight on C and B. Kind of expecting one of those two sites with the weaker buy no matter what. You know, no matter how many credits they invest in that round, it wasn't going to be great for Bleed. That outlaw.
Oh, it's
working a
personal for
treat
you,
there
MC.
for
I see.
Xfero. Sure, he dies, but didn't matter. Yeah, he's like, go get my outlaw, go get my outlaw.
Yeah, he's been doing work with it.
He
All right,
knows.
10 chances
He knows they can't afford full
to
armors.
finish
Yep.
this. Dude, do we
Has
even
that
get to
in the back
9?
of his mind. 12,
Do we
7,
even
and 3.
count down
Jemkin
to
also
9?
12,
Probably
6.
not.
Elmimore 12-6. Everyone having, quite frankly, one of the best games they've had since joining
Dude, they're all light
RRQ.
armor.
And what a time to have it as they try to put another win on
Yeah,
the board.
everyone light armor, and we
Here
have the
in
one
Group
shotgun
Omega.
out.
Of course, still a best of 3, but this is their opponent's pick.
you got to think with Icebox coming up next, hasn't been the best map for Bleed, so trying to right the wrongs of previous history. Certainly we see it all the time where teams are able to take their map picks off of each
Look at
other.
this. Guy can just hold this angle all the time.
Like a potential GG
Then you can
go
three-person stack, one person watching
look at
this.
the map, right? Look at Xfero. He's already cleaned out the entire left half of the map, and Bleed, they're just trapped. But as you've called it before, Paper, then they still feel a little lost as they just don't have any information on their own. They might sense that they are trapped,
Oh boy,
but
and
they're
they're
not
going
feeling
back.
confident pushing in.
Yeah, and he doesn't
as they're
overstep
not quite
because he
sure.
hears the
They
turret
just wish
here.
that there would be a peak. Normally RQ peaks. Normally they
Oh man, they're
overheat.
gonna go
Why
back
is that
into
not
this. Everyone
happening?
one shot.
That's the thought behind
Here we
Bleed's
go.
head. And now a jump peek and a double, and Xfero still stabilizes for the second.
And he
Doesn't
gets
wanna
around the
waste
corner.
time
He
on
did
the
great.
reload.
Draws
And now
over
the
towards
cutoff on the
site.
backup
No
as
smokes
well
on
from
this
the
one.
rotation.
Does.
RRQ
I mean, they're getting to see with no one here.
pressuring the
There's
weak
at least
points of
that.
Bleed.
And you've still got some KJ
This guy
Util.
hears them all.
He's gonna have the
Again,
info
one
hearing
shot
all these
for
footsteps
everyone.
outside of the door, but gonna play it safe.
Okay.
Wait for the rest of the team
Damn,
to get
they're
there.
pretty,
The right move for sure. Flips,
pretty disciplined.
being aware
Need
of
to
any
stop the
lurks, but
plant.
there are none to be
Actually
had.
looks
All
good.
3 members of Bleed right there. That is a great
boy.
nade shells.
And the spam comes through the wall
Spam
as
comes
well.
in
I
as
love the
well.
delayed
This guy
nade
down to
shells.
50
Make sure
HP.
that they have to eat the damage at the
2v4.
very least, but the spam helps pick up the kill. And now just down to 2 members. I mean, a 4v3, maybe Bleed. They had a shot, but now just Darion and Retla, neither at full health. The Outlaw creeping up against him as
The
well.
drive
Jim
by
can go get
Dink.
one, and Retla gets 2. Can he get a
Oi.
3rd? He gets it. This spot and Bleed. Can the miracle
Oh.
happen again? No, it
Yeah,
will
not
be
even anything. Not
Estrella
even some
that
confidence on this
shuts it
one.
down.
Oh
An
man, that was
absolute
annihilation.
masterclass
And
of
that
a
map needs some
13-2
work, bro.
scoreline for RRQ.
Blink and you miss it.
Yeah,
But
they gotta.
RRQ looking to make a statement
gotta
here in
clean that
stage
one up.
1.